so much bureaucracy, builders sometimes actually go bankrupt. On this channel, we want to watch out for you. We want to tell you the things to look out for. We want to interpret numbers the way we say it and the way you should say it, and just show you where all the deals are. Because all I want to do is see you at the top. Welcome back to my channel. This is The Right Property, where I bring you information before deals. My name is still Yemi. Today it's all about numbers. We've all heard the saying that numbers don't lie. But sometimes we know that numbers can be misinterpreted by governments, by agencies, by organizations, to raise funds, to not panic the society, to even spread misinformation deliberately. We've all seen it done with COVID. We've seen it done in different countries, different times, to keep the population in check, basically, because everybody knows numbers don't lie. But the interpretation of those numbers could be misleading. So today, I want to go through the TerraNet numbers. All right? TerraNet is a body, an association that gets data that agents don't have access to, as in real estate agents. We don't have access to those numbers. Lawyers, they close deals, and every deal, every transaction, changing names, changing titles, they log it into TerraNet. And with those numbers, TerraNet can give us an idea of what the market is saying for multiple years at a time, where the market is heading, what the trend is. And that's why today, the two big takeaways that I took away from the analysis of TerraNet is that old buyers are staying longer in their houses, and as well as the new first-time homeowners, they're actually older buyers. First-time homeownership is usually like brand new couples. They just got married, maybe in their late 20s or something like that. It's their first home. Those are the days when everything was good. Now, there are a lot of things adding to that, and we're finding out that new buyers are actually getting older. For example, the average age of new buyers in 2014 was 36 years old. And then in 2019, it became 38 years old. And in 2024, it became 40 years old. So with these numbers, if we're not actually looking at other things, we'll panic. Say there's a 40 years old out there and you don't have a house, you might start panicking like, wow, I'm way behind. But there are a lot of things that TerraNet cannot talk about that people like me can actually talk about. For their take, I'll give you their takes, and at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my take. So let's start with the older buyers staying put. TerraNet estimates about 70% of buyers every year are actually older buyers that are leaving their old homes for new properties. They account for like 70% of the market in any given year. So before 2014, the average stay of an old buyer, of a homeowner, used to be between 8 and 11 years. So in 8 years, people want to buy something new. They want to move out of the community to another place and experience, something new. Between 8 and 11 years, they'll do that. But since 2014, they've been staying for an average of 18 years. That's a long time. So for 18 years, they've been monitoring people that actually got before 2014. Okay? These people are not buying anything new. So those transactions have been, Terranet they've been seeing gaps in stuff like that. But their take is that interest rate, higher home prices and all that stuff is making people stay put. But my take on that is that builders are not building enough, number one. And then when they actually build, they're building smaller homes for more money. So imagine you live in an old house that's got big rooms and big space for a smaller but new house that's got, tight rooms. Nobody wants to do that. But Terranet cannot drop that on builders because they want builders to keep building. Canada is short of housing. So for people like me, I can tell you, because the new homes are actually getting smaller. Maybe that's why hold buyers want to keep their more spacious and bigger houses rather than pay more and get something smaller. Just my take, okay? So that's number one. And then why the newer buyers, new first-time buyers actually getting older, that's also very simple. Immigration. Since 2014 till now, it's gone up by 4 years. So from 36 years old to 40 years old. Guess what also changed around the same time? The government changed. Trudeau has been in government for like 9 years, maybe 10 years if you count this year. So for all that span, our new prime minister is an immigration guy, wants to open doors for everybody, vetted and unvetted. Therefore, the people coming in are getting older before they buy their first homes. But what they're not understanding is the people actually coming in through immigration, most of them are coming for the security of their children. They sold their houses wherever they're coming from, so they're not really first-time buyers. They sell their houses, move their family here, and in the system here, they turn out to be first-time buyers, thereby increasing the age group of the first-time home buyers. But Terranet cannot talk about that because they'll look bad on immigration. That's my take. I can say that because I'm just a small YouTuber. So these numbers are all over the Terranet. And if you take a look at it and, don't just follow what they're saying, maybe interpret it your own way, you may see deals all over the place. However, all these numbers, don't let it scare you. Don't let it panic you. Don't be, full of anxiety or anything like that. The numbers are just numbers. Your interpretation may actually make better sense than the interpretation of Terranet themselves. Because Terranet wants to be buddy-buddy with the government. They don't want to make the government look bad. So they have to say things like interest rate, price too high, macroeconomic factors, all that stuff. But for single YouTube video makers like myself, we can actually tell you what's going on. Population increase is number one, why we have all these problems with real estate in Canada, and the government is stifling builders. Builders cannot build as fast as they can build any other place. In Canada, there's so much bureaucracy. Builders sometimes actually go bankrupt. On this channel, we want to watch out for you. We want to tell you the things to look out for. We want to interpret numbers the way we say it and the way you should say it, and just show you where all the deals are. Because all I want to do is see you at the top. If you have a comment, if you have any take, anything about what I'm talking about, please drop a comment. If you like what I'm presenting, please subscribe to the channel. It's a brand new channel, almost a year old, but we need subscribers, okay? Because I'm looking out for you. Like I said, all I want to do is see you at the top.